Hi you guys, this is Chef Joanne. Welcome back to my channel. This is Short Cute Cooking. Today we're gonna be doing a video. I've been talking about this video for like the last couple of weeks, but I've been so busy with school. And I finally found the time to do this video. It's for my World History of Food class. It's about collard greens. And it was so fascinating as I was looking up the origins of greens, what greens meant to us as Black people or African American. I found it so extremely funny that for the last week I've been talking about doing a video for this, and then last night I'm on TikTok, and two girls was already talking about collard greens, and they had a few things wrong, which is understandable. I like to do my research and everything first. They said that they cooked greens in the big house, and actually that was not true at all. White people did not start eating greens, especially collard greens, until generations later when they found out the nutritional value of the collard greens themselves. But I want to show everyone, because we're overdoing it and we're underdoing the greens at the same time. Now, we're not cooking them the same way our ancestors cooked them, because I've seen a lot of people how they clean their greens and things like that, and I was like, oh my freaking God, that is so wrong on so many levels. Somebody is going to wind up getting food poisoning or something along those lines. I'm seeing people use dishwashing liquid, and then somebody with a lot of salt, and it's a leaf. I'm like, as a kid, I made mud pies. We get our little bottles of water. We found the water after it rains. We put our little bottles up and play with the little grass and things like that. I've never, ever thought it was okay to put any type of chemicals on my food. This is how I clean my greens. Get you some nice warm water. Now, normally I don't use my sink. I usually have a basin, but when we packing, I don't know where I put my basin at. So I usually have a basin. I take the greens and I gently soak them in the water. You don't have to go in here and scrub them like you got a white shirt and you got your bar of bleach soap and you're scrubbing it out. You don't have to do all that. Cleaning them, it only takes a little bit of water. There's already enough chemicals in the water we drink. Why would you add more chemicals to the food you eat? That's all I'm saying. I wouldn't do it. Now at the bottom, this is the sand and dirt where the greens came from. Get out the little straggler pieces. And you let the water out. It's just that simple. All that extraness, we gotta soak them and we gotta wrangle them together, and no, don't do that. Like, just don't do that. That's my homework, you guys. I'm trying to multitask. I got finals, so I'm almost finished with school. I'm just gonna make a mess today. It's my turn to clean up the kitchen anyway, so I'm just gonna make a mess. Let me move this. Yes, my table is clean as usual. What I want to show you guys is where we're messing up at, for as when we cook and cut our greens. I know with collard greens themselves, they take an extremely long time to cook. The most you need to cut off the greens is that bottom part. See where it's brown at? I see a lot of people taking the whole stem out, which honestly is defeating the purpose of even cooking or even eating the greens, because that's where all the nutrition is. I've never just cut. Well, I used to. I'm not gonna lie. I used to cut the stem out and then roll my greens up like this. and I cut it. The smaller you cut it, you don't want them to be real small, but it doesn't take a whole bunch of, don't take a long time to cook. But this is where we make our mistake at when they say, go pick them greens. Picking greens meant go pick some greens out of a garden. It don't mean go pick off the good stuff on the greens. Y'all throwing away what our ancestors actually ate and what actually kept them healthy and strong. Greens they came to America to, I'm going to make sure I get my report out. I'm going to make sure I give y'all guys the correct information. Because greens are actually from Greece. They're not from Africa. They're from Greece. And it originated when they first came here. It was let's make sure, in the 1960s in Jamestown, Virginia. And then it was one of the few vegetables slaves could grow, yes. So my first recipe that I tried was from my grandpa. He taught me how, watched him cooking in the kitchen, singing weird songs with him. He taught me how to actually cook greens and how long you cook them and put the top on the pot, when to take it off and when to stir it, because you don't want to have to constantly keep stirring the pot. But you guys, please, if you're going to make greens, this is healthy, especially when you have to cook it so long. Now, our ancestors didn't just eat the greens, the home remedy, and what they used to drink